The settings page allows you to configure MaplePro for downloading and uploading files to the ACH server, as well as for signing and verifying files. The documents uploaded to the ACH server should be digitally signed first to ensure compliance. For this, you will need a signing certificate or signing key from a CCA approved certification authority. Your signing key will be in the form of a file with either a P12 or PFX extension. You can configure your signing key in this section. If you have your signing key stored in your local drive, then browse and upload it here. Alternately, if you have it in a token, plug in the token, install the appropriate drivers, then browse and upload it here. Provide a password for your signing key. This is to prevent unauthorized persons or software from accessing it. If your signing key is compromised, then it will become almost impossible to prove the authenticity of documents uploaded to the ACH system. This can cause legal and compliance problems for the bank. So make sure that the password you provide is strong. The password should be a combination of alphabets, numbers, and special characters. All files downloaded from the ACH system will be digitally signed. MaplePro verifies the signature on the downloaded files before storing them locally. To enable MaplePro to verify the signature, the digital certificate belonging to NPCI should be configured in this section. This certificate should be a file with the extension .cer. If you do not already have this file in your system, make sure you download it from the NPCI website before you proceed with further configuration. Browse and upload the .cer certificate if you have it ready in your local system. The signature format is the type of signature that is to be used on the files uploaded to the ACH system. MaplePro allows both raw RSA and PKCS7 formats. Refer to NPCI guidelines for selecting the correct signature format and enable the appropriate radio button. MaplePro uploads to and downloads files from the ACH system at regular intervals. You can configure the frequency with which files are uploaded and downloaded by configuring the polling frequency. Provide the polling frequency in minutes here. For example, if you enter 1 minute, then MaplePro will upload to and download files from the ACH system every 1 minute. The next two options allow you to configure a time range within which to poll the ACH server. For example, if you want MaplePro to upload and download files only between 9 AM and 6 PM, then enter 9 for poll from and 18 for poll up to. Note that the 24-hour clock or railway time should be followed when entering the time range. The base path refers to the base location in your local file system from where files will be uploaded and downloaded to the ACH system. Choose any convenient location for the base path. The system log path is where MaplePro will write the log files. By default, MaplePro will use the base path for the logs. If you wish to change the location of the log files, click on Browse and choose a more convenient location. It is however recommended that you use the base path itself for the log path to make file management easier. Certification revocation lists are published by certification authorities at periodic intervals, listing the serial numbers of the certificates that have been revoked. They can be downloaded from the certification authority's website. You can configure the location of the folder where you download and store the CRLs from the certification authorities here. This field is however optional. If you do not want to use CRLs for signature verification, then you do not have to configure this setting. The FTP server is the server from where the transaction files will be uploaded to or downloaded from the bank. The FTP server is basically the ACH system that the bank transacts with. Before you begin configuring the FTP server, make sure that you have the IP address and login credentials to the system from NPCI. Click FTP to configure the FTP server. Enter the IP address of the FTP server. Enter the port where the FTP server listens to for incoming connections. MaplePro supports both password-based and private key-based authentication. If you are a password user, enter the username and password that has been provided to the bank for logging into the FTP server. If you are a key-based user, provide the private key file for logging into the FTP server. Provide the maximum time in seconds, after which the connection will get timed out. Enter the host key for the FTP server. This is the fingerprint or public key of the FTP server. This key is used to identify and authenticate the ACH system during transaction. You should be able to download this information from /etc/ssh/sshhostrsa-key.pub. By default, MaplePro will both upload and download files from the ACH server. If you want MaplePro to only upload or download files, then make sure only the relevant option is checked. Click OK to finish the FTP server settings. You will now have to create and configure the folders where files get saved during transaction. The ACH system will by default create 3 folders in its home directory: root, inbox, and one with the bank name. These folders will be used for storing and processing the files that you upload to the ACH system or download from the ACH system. Now you have 3 folders in the ACH system: root, inbox, and one with the bank name. When each of these folders are configured in MaplePro, MaplePro will create corresponding local folders in the base path in your local system. For example, if you configure the root folder in MaplePro, MaplePro will automatically create 3 folders for root: source, archive, and signed. Each of these folders will have a friendly name appended to them. To create the folder structure, click the folder button. Provide a friendly name for the folder. This name will be appended to all the folders that will be created by MaplePro. We will first configure the root directory. Provide the folder full path here. This is the path where your root directory resides in the ACH system. In our example, this will be /home/username/root. Now provide the type of files that will be uploaded to this directory. If you are unsure, refer to NPCI guidelines. Since the root directory is used for uploading signed files to the ACH system, choose the outward radio button. If you want the files uploaded to this folder to be signed, then make sure that the signature option is checked. Now click Add. If you have successfully configured the root folder, should appear here. You should also see corresponding folders created in your local system. Configure the other folders, inbox and bank name similarly. The inbox folder will be used for downloading files from the ACH system. So when you configure this folder in MaplePro, make sure that the inward radio button is selected. Check the signature option to indicate that the files present in this folder will be signed and will need verification by MaplePro after downloading. Click Add. Now configure the bank name folder. The bank name folder will be used by the bank as well as the NPCI to place any unsigned report files. So when you configure this folder in MaplePro, make sure that the inward radio button is selected. Disable the signature option to indicate that the files present in this folder will be unsigned. You should see the corresponding folders for each of those in your base path. Click OK to configure the settings.